Hello, Seiiti Arata. Emotional intelligence isn't something that we're born with. It is a skill, and like any skill, it can be improved with practice and patience. Have you ever found yourself caught in this whirlwind of your emotions, feeling overwhelmed, and wishing for a direction, a roadmap to navigate through them? Well, perhaps you've noticed that your productivity has dropped, or your focus is not as sharp as it used to be, and you suspect that unchecked emotions might be the culprits. Well, what if I told you that there is a powerful tool to understand, manage, and even leverage your emotions? That is called the Emotion Journal. And today we're going to delve into why it is such a game changer. And this isn't about fluffy positive thinking. It is about concrete self-improvement and gaining an upper hand over your emotions to lead a more fulfilling and productive life. So, by the end of this conversation, you not only understand your emotions better, but also you have a practical way to manage them effectively. You will feel more in control, more present, more confident in handling whatever life throws at you. The first choice to make is where to write your emotion journal. Are you going to be using an app or maybe pen and paper? The good thing is that it doesn't really matter. You can choose whatever you like. How can you start with this emotion journal? The first step is to decide where you will write, your medium. It is important that your journal is easily accessible and also it aligns with your comfort, your convenience. For tech-savvy folks who have their smartphones as an inseparable companion, a digital format could be an excellent choice. And there are numerous apps available that allow you to maintain a journal, many of which also offer the advantage of being password protected for those who prefer an extra layer of privacy. Now, on the other hand, if you are a more traditional person who prefers that tactile feel of pen on paper, a physical notebook can be your perfect ally. Not only will give you this sense of tangibility to your thoughts, but it also allows for a more personalized, a more creative expression. You can complete the pages not just with words, but also with all types of doodles, drawings, diagrams, anything that can help you to better understand your emotions. You can also do that with a tablet, with a pen as well, whatever it goes well for you. And there's also an interesting idea. There are some people who find power and freedom by sharing their emotional journal publicly. And that can be done through a blog or even social media platforms. That is a little bit unconventional, but public accountability sometimes can lead to more consistent journaling. So it doesn't really matter what is the format. What is essential is to remember that the emotional journal is your personal space to reflect and introspect. You can choose a medium that you're comfortable with, one that will encourage you to come back daily, to be documenting your emotional highs and lows. And always remember the focus is not on the choice of the medium, but on the regularity. It has to be sticky. It has to be honest in your entries every day. It is easy to do an emotional journal. You can use 4 columns to capture time, situation, emotion, and thoughts. The trouble with our emotional responses is that often they come wrapped with automatic negative interpretations of events. These interpretations have a sneaky way of amplifying feelings of anxiety, depression, stress, anger. They chip away our self-esteem. But the good news is that we can unmask these automatic thoughts and we can challenge them effectively. This is where an emotion journal, as some people might also prefer to call a thought diary, will come to play. This tool does more than just capture a fleeting emotion or a singular event. It is a record of your responses to multiple situations over time. It offers you a mirror so you can see the patterns of your emotional reactions and also the thinking that drives these emotions. To start with, let's keep things simple. You can grab your journal and you divide a page into 4 columns. Column 1 is for the date and the time of the event that you're reflecting on. Column number 2 will require you to write down the situation. What were you doing? Where were you? Who was there with you? What were the people around you? In column number 3, you will name the emotion you experienced just using one word. It can be happy, sad, angry. And then column number 4 is for the thoughts running through your mind during or immediately after that situation. Okay, once you've done all of that, then go back to column number 3. Ask yourself, how intense was the emotion that you felt? You can rate it on a scale from 0%, which is not at all, to 100%, extremely intense. And then go to column number 4. How much did you believe in the thought that you've written down? And again, you can give a score between 0 and 100. You can also add one extra sentence. That could be a better, healthier way to think about all of that. Let me give you a practical example to illustrate all of that. So in my case, in column number 1, I'll put the date. Let's say August 1st in the afternoon. Column number 2, my situation would be, I had an intense meeting with my team and my idea was not very well received. And in column number 3, I will write the emotion and also a rating of my emotional intensity. In that case, it would be frustration, 85%, because I felt unheard, underappreciated. This made me pretty frustrated. Now, finally, in column number 4 is the thought. My thought was, my team doesn't value my input. They think I'm incompetent. Well, that's a little bit exaggerated, right? Because they do consult me for many other tasks. So they value my input. Maybe for this specific day, this specific case, they were simply not interested in my approach, but that's all. Did you understand my example? You can repeat this process throughout the week. And if you enjoyed, and if you want access to more similar activities to this one, you can visit arata.se/happiness. The emotion journal will help you to discover patterns of how you think, how you feel. Maybe you'll realize that you often feel frustration in similar situations, and your thoughts commonly gravitate this idea towards being undervalued. Recognizing this pattern is the first step towards challenging these thoughts, these not useful thoughts, and transforming your emotional responses. It is important you learn to question your own beliefs. Like, is it really true that my team thinks I am incompetent? Or maybe could there be other reasons for their reactions? This practice would guide you to a more balanced, more constructive thought pattern. And don't worry if this process feels a little bit difficult initially. It is worth your effort and time, as it gives you a valuable, objective insight into your thought patterns. Once you start feeling this thought diary for a week, you start to realize how much more accurate it is when the events are still fresh in your mind. And remember, simply capturing the unhelpful thoughts, that's not the end goal. The true value lies in challenging these thoughts and, whenever possible, replacing them with healthier, more empowering thoughts. The practice isn't about changing who you are, it's about understanding your mind better and transforming your emotional experiences into a more balanced, more fulfilling life. Harness your emotions, channel your thoughts, master your mind. Your emotional journal is more than just a mere record. It is a tool of transformation. And remember that change begins when you challenge yourself. Start today. Explore, understand, reinvent your emotional landscape. And for a more fulfilling life, you can visit arata.se/happiness.